to Japan.
Hello guys, I'm Ken. I'm an official driving instructor. Today, I'm going to teach you guys HONMEN written test. We are going to study with Mei Ling, who is training the written test for Japanese driver's license.
Hello there. I'm studying HONMEN practice written test and having hard time because of so many questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of practice questions. I know it's hard, but everything is very important to drive in Japan in the future. Let's get started. If you drive at night in a bright urban area lit up by street lights, you are allowed to turn off the headlights and drive only with the side lights. Correct answer is false. When you drive on the road at night, you must turn on the headlights, side lights and tail lights. Even in a bright area lit up by streetlights, you must turn on the headlights, side lights and tail lights. For your information, side lights are also called parking lights. In Japan, these lights are usually called small lights. If you unavoidably park or stop your car on the side of the road at night, you have to turn on hazard warning flashers, parking lights or tail lights. In addition, even during daytime, these lights must be turned on inside a tunnel or in heavy fog where visibility is poor and you cannot see 50 meters ahead.
I understand that lights must be turned on where visibility is poor. But I don't understand why I have to turn them on even where I can see ahead clearly.
We use lights not only see ahead but also make our vehicle visible to others in order to avoid a collision. Next. A person who has a motorcycle experience less than 1 year is not allowed to ride double on a motorcycle even if the person has more than 1 year experience of a four-wheel vehicle. Correct answer is true. Riding double on a large or regular-sized motorcycle is prohibited if a person has less than 1 year of motorcycle experience. At least 1 year motorcycle experience is needed for riding double. Four-wheel vehicle experience doesn't matter. Other than that, riding double is also prohibited in the following conditions. If a motorcycle is not equipped with a passenger's seat. If "No Riding Double" sign is displayed. In addition, following person is not allowed to ride double on a highway. A person under 20 years of age. A person who has less than 3 years motorcycle experience.
In short, in order to ride double on a general road, at least 1 year motorcycle experience is needed. And on a highway, at least 3 years motorcycle experience is needed and must be at least 20 years of age. Am I correct?
Correct.
There are lots of strict rules only for riding double on a motorcycle in Japan.
Riding motorcycle with a passenger negatively affect the ability to operate the bike. It's harder to keep balance on it than riding solo. Easy to fall off. That's why at least 1 year experience is required.
I see. But why at least 20 years of age?
In order not to be an aggressive rider under risky conditions, you have to control yourself. That requires you to be mature enough.
Young people tend to prefer thrills to safety.
That's true. For your information, riding double on a moped which has a displacement of not more than 50 cc is prohibited.
HONMEN Japan.
Maximum overall length of towing vehicle and towed vehicle combined is 25 meters. Correct answer is true. Let me explain the restrictions of towing. There are 2 restrictions. One is maximum number of towed vehicles. Maximum 2 vehicles are allowed to be towed by a large-sized vehicle, medium-sized vehicle, semi-medium-sized vehicle, regular-sized vehicle, or large-sized special vehicle. Maximum one vehicle is allowed to be towed by a large-sized motorcycle, regular-sized motorcycle, or small-sized special vehicle. The other restriction is maximum overall length of towing vehicle and towed vehicle combined. As shown in this question, maximum overall length from the front end of the towing vehicle to the rear end of the towed vehicle is 25 meters. Even if you tow two vehicles, maximum 25 meters. However, if you get permission from Public Safety Commission, you can exceed the restrictions. Next. Driver is not included in seating capacity of a vehicle stated in a vehicle inspection certificate. Correct answer is false. Driver is included in seating capacity of a vehicle. If you give someone a ride in your car, make sure to check the seating capacity in a vehicle inspection capacity. Do not exceed riding capacity. Especially, seating capacity of vehicles having a displacement of not more than 660 cc is 4. Those cars are called K-car in Japan. K-cars have yellow license plate. Commercial K-cars have black license plate. Next. Let's try an illustration-based question. You are traveling at 40 km per hour at night. What would you anticipate in this situation? Question 1. I'm going to slow down before approaching the curve because the oncoming car might come into my lane over the center line. True or false? Correct answer is true. In this situation, you can anticipate an oncoming car from the headlights on the other side of the curve. Normally, it's hard to know whether there is oncoming traffic on a blind curve. You need to slow down and anticipate an oncoming car before reaching the curve. In addition, on a curve, centrifugal forces will try to push the car outwards. The sharper the curve and the greater your speed, the stronger centrifugal force becomes. Always you need to consider centrifugal forces and slow down enough before curves. Question 2. I should drive close to the centerline in order not to hit the guardrails placed on the left of the road. True or false? Correct answer is false. The oncoming car can come into your lane during turning. So, it's dangerous to stay close to the centerline on a curve. Question 3. I'm going to slow down and keep my headlights high beams so the oncoming driver can notice my car approaching the curve. True or false? Correct answer is false. Before a blind curve, you should switch your headlights to high beams or flash them so oncoming drivers and pedestrians can notice your car. However, high beams can blind oncoming drivers and lead an accident. Therefore, you need to switch to low beams before reaching the curve.
Keeping the high beams during turning is the wrong point, right? Are high beams so dangerous for oncoming drivers?
Oncoming high beams impede a driver's vision. And it takes a few seconds for the driver to recover their vision. This is the same as closing their eyes for a few seconds while driving. When you pass an oncoming traffic, you need to switch your headlights to low beams in advance. Mei Ling, how were today's questions?
There were no tricky questions today, but there were some questions I can't answer correctly if I don't study the rule book. I need to read the book again to study more.
That's better. Surprisingly, there are some questions about motorcycles and towing in the test. You'd better study about them.
I'm glad to study the questions we often see in the test.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video helps you to pass the test. You can do it. Give us a big like, don't forget subscribe. See you next video.